another level. Just try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to the Marketing Strategies for Drastic Results show. My name is Toni Harris Taylor, CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching. I'm also a multi-unit award-winning franchise owner with Network in Action Global Partners, where we bring entrepreneurs together to build connections and relationships for intentional referrals and building relationships that last a lifetime. Welcome. Today, I have a very, very special guest. She is my coaching client. She's a co-author in one of my books, the Viral Networking for Drastic Results book. She's just a dear, dear friend. And I want to tell you that she is the epitome of the rug getting snatched from under you and how to bounce back and resiliency as an entrepreneur. So I'll let her share the story, but let me just tell you that resiliency is key to being a successful everything. How do you bounce back after you've had devastating situations? Health. Many of you may or may not know, I spent 10 days in a coma in 2014. That was devastating, unforeseen, of course. And I was like, will I ever be normal again? How do you bounce back? Resiliency is key to be successful as a mother, as a wife, as a business owner. You have to have bounce back ability. Jeanna Bumpas personifies bounce back. And so we're going to have a conversation with her about that devastating event that happened to her. We happened to be a get together traveling into Canada, and it was just something else. So what's it take to be a resilient entrepreneur? And I think the first thing it takes is to show up anyway. No, I don't think it. I know it. Everybody who bounced back from resiliency that I know, or from a bad situation that I know, showed up in spite of their situation. The second thing is to surround yourself with the right people. Because when that event happens, whatever the event is, you have so much head noise about it. And if you don't surround yourself with the right people, you might sink into a dark place. And even though you do sink into a dark place, having community can bring you out of it. So when we come back after the break, we're going to meet my dear, dear friend, my coaching client, and the woman who is resilient like no other, Mrs. Jeanna Bumpas. We'll be right back.
Are you a franchisor grappling with how to stimulate your franchisees' growth and revenue? Are the phrases, I'm not comfortable networking. I'm an introvert. Enter Toni Harris Taylor, your answer to these challenges. With her expert guidance and program, you can empower your franchisees to conquer networking and community outreach. Toni's program is designed to equip your franchisees with the skills and confidence to show up to the right events with the right people. It goes beyond making connections. It's about nurturing and leveraging these relationships. It's about following up, collaborating, and generating leads and referrals to maximize conversions. And ultimately, increased revenue for your franchisees and for you, the franchisor. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Reach out to us at 832-479-2088. Let's embark on this journey of growth and success together.
We're back with my good friend and sister, Jeanna Bumpas. Jeanna, welcome.
Thank you, Toni. I'm excited to be here today.
And I'm excited to have you. I love your hair. You look
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
So, in your own words, introduce who you are and what you do.
Yeah, thank you, Toni. So my name is Jeanna Bumpas. First and foremost, I am just a caring, good human. I truly believe everybody just needs to be a good human these days. I'm a mom of four, grandma to six, been married to my husband over 30 years, and I'm a caregiver for my parents. So that's my personal life. I'm also an insurance agent and a marketing coach.
So, you heard me at the opening talking about being resilient. And between you and I think we're the most resilient people I know.
Would agree.
Do you want to talk about that incident that I brought alluded to? And, what made you, how did you bounce back?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Tony alluded to was back in 2019, I had grown a multiple six-figure income. Actually, we were in Canada doing my first international speaking engagement, and I received a call in the airport as we're heading back home that the business model that I'd been operating under had some significant changes. And just like that, 98% of my income was stripped away, just like that. And I'm not going to lie, I got very emotional, and all these thoughts were going through my mind. But here's how I bounce back. Number one, I always have known when one door closes, there's going to be another one that's going to open with a golden handle. So you just have to believe that there is more on the other side of that closed door. And then number two, Tony alluded to it. I have in my inner circle and this circle, people surrounding me that are just people that I look up to, entrepreneurs, business people, friends and family that encourage me. And so it really is important who you surround yourself with. And so many of my networking ventures have turned into close personal relationships with
Yeah.
successful people. Success breeds success.
So, yes, and I watched you and I just I know you know because I tell you all the time how much I admire you when you came through that. And it was right at the time I was going through my journey at the same time. And we just latched on each other and helped pull each other up. So you went from that, and that was in the health and wellness space, over to insurance agent. That's drastic. Talk about
It
that.
was very drastic, definitely drastic. What I knew was because the type of person I am unemployable. Let me just say that again. I am unemployable. I am not going to show up in a cubicle, in an office, work a certain amount of hours. I just can't do it. And it's because of the lifestyle that I love caring for my family. Family is important to me. So I needed flexibility. I needed something that I could do no matter where I was, as long as I had a good cell phone, internet connection, maybe a laptop, and something that provided residual income. And so I knew a lot about insurance coming from the commercial background. I have a master's degree in business and finance from Rice University. So commercial insurance, I was very, very, very well versed in, just on the other side of it. And then when you have four kids on your automobile policy, you get to learn personal insurance pretty darn quick. And so I latched on with some very successful business owners. They taught me the ropes from their side. I'm so grateful and so thankful for Adam and Emily Russ. They've just really taught me everything I know. And in fact, they're like, you have done something no one else has done. Like, I'm the first one to go through that program. And to me, I'm like, it just really didn't seem like much, but that's just because you and we just do what we have to do. And that just
That's
comes
right.
from taking responsibility, take responsibility for your actions. And I truly believe in today's society, so many people don't take responsibility for their actions. Their word doesn't mean anything. Just do what you say you're going to do. Be a good human. It just boils down to that.
Yeah, and so, and I happen to know that you met the Russ networking, and
Absolutely.
and when you told them what your plight was, they planted a seed, and you latched on, and it's just been great to watch you. And now, as your coach, I get to help you to take that business to the next level. So I'm super excited about that. Now, this year, you've added the profitable success marketing coach to your titles, because we're multipreneurs and we believe in multiple streams of income. So why did you think that you needed to add coaching to your multipreneur journey?
So, Tony, one of the reasons why I wanted to add it is I'm a people person. I'm an outside the box thinker. I love to help business owners and entrepreneurs, much like you. You know, I've grown networking groups and organizations. I've provided guidance. And so there's some value in that. There is some
Mhm.
value when you can, just like me, if I didn't have someone that was two steps above me helping me through this journey, then I wouldn't be where I am. So my goal is to help someone that maybe I'm just a step or two ahead of them, or could be 10 steps, whatever, but in a different chapter, just help bring them up. Because again, breeds success, and being a good human and just seeing people thrive and people achieve their dreams and their goals and their desires, like it just brings me joy.
Yeah. She's also a great social media expert. She has a Facebook group with thousands of women. Her target market for marketing coaching is women entrepreneurs, particularly financial services, insurance agents, real estate agents, and then those who are on a network marketing journey. You're close to six figures, you're wanting to get into the quarter of a million plus, because she's been there. She'll be able to help you to get there as well. So, network marketing, women who, especially in health and wellness, because she built that thing. So, I'm super excited about that piece. And it's called the Profitable Success Coaching. So, just give us one nugget of what makes someone be profitable and successful in their business.
I'll give you a perfect example of a client that I secured yesterday. They were looking at three different people. So I was one of three. And this couple comes to me and they said, Gina, congratulations, you won our business. And I'm like, yeah. And what they said was, you listened, you understood, and you provided a solution. So, in insurance and as well as in marketing, coaching, it is not a one size fits all. What's good
Yeah.
for you may not be good for you. So, you have to be a good listener. You have to let that person express what they're looking for, educate them, and then formulate solutions and provide a solution. And so, really, the tip to success is don't be so rigid. There's so many insurance agents out there. There's so many coaches out there that they're rigid, they're not approachable, and I definitely don't give off that persona.
Well, congratulations on winning a new client.
I'm
That
so
is
excited.
always gratifying. And so I'm just so proud to be your friend. When we come back after the next break, I'm going to talk about how we met, and we're going to talk about the power of networking. We'll be right back. Just love my commercials. They are so high energy.
They
So
are.
let me tell the story of how Gina and I met, and it is a story for the ages. Gina and I met at a small business expo at a local chamber, a small chamber, by the way. And she and I had a table, she had a table, and we were close proximity to one another. And she's very personable and social, and so am I. So we really made that first connection. And as we're cleaning up our table, keep in mind, I just met this lady. Her parents were there helping her to run the table. And as we're cleaning up, she's off talking to someone, and I see her dad take all the slips of paper that people had filled out for more information, putting them in the trash. My heart stopped. I ran so fast over there. I said, "Oh, you don't know me, but your dad's over there throwing away your leaves. You might want to stop him." And she's like, it was
Yeah.
hilarious. And
And
now
my
I
poor
love,
dad, he was clueless.
yes, I love her parents. They love me. And that's
Mhm.
what's the beginning of our relationship. So, Gina, thank you for allowing me to tell you what to do in that instance. Go get your daddy
For sure.
and keep throwing away that money.
Exactly.
So, my next question is around networking. So, how has networking helped you grow your businesses?
Networking has given me some connections to really get my foot in the door to where I don't have to prove myself because I've already been vetted. I've been the credentials, and they're like, this is my friend. You need to know her. So that's really amazing. I love that. And I'm going to just kind of sidebar for a second because Tony and I were in a networking group together several years ago. And I introduced her as a cop. I'm like, "You bet you didn't know Tony was a cop." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, she is a connector of people." So, Tony, thank you for opening up a lot of doors for me. And so, definitely, just just having someone else's network to network in is great. But then I find a lot of times we talked about resilience. You talked about that earlier in the show. Is that it's easier sometimes to show up for other people than it
Mhm,
is for yourself. So on
mhm.
those days that I don't want to show up, I'm like, oh, I just don't feel it. I've made a commitment. And remember, I told you, like, be a good human, do what you say you're going to do. So if you've made that commitment to show up 100%, not
Yeah,
10. And so
yeah,
once I've made that commitment to my network partners, then I'm in that room and I am helping them grow their businesses. And guess what? We're going to reap what we sow. I mean,
yeah.
it's just proven you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to get more than you give. So just be a giver. So that's really where I feel I've been blessed is that I'm just able to give back, help others, teach them, guide the way, open doors for others. And in turn, doors are open for me.
And it's so true. And I teach that all the time. And sometimes it's a challenge to believe it when you're in it. But if you help other people, the more people, what does Zig say? I'm going to read it off my wall. You can have everything in life you want if you help enough people get what they want. And why networking works so well for you is because you're such a giver. And I'm also the host of the Viral Networking Conference. I didn't mention that here, but I want to tell you, Gina, how you've gone viral. And I know you know this, but Gina is also a Network in Action member. And I was having them catch up with a fellow Network in Action member. And she told me that I would give my business and my recommendations to Jeanna Bumpas all day long. In fact, I was at a party with some people who had just came up. They were complaining about insurance. I'm like, hold on. She said, I got Gina on the phone right now. And so she said, you know, I long after I'm gone from NIA, Gina is my girl. That's how you go viral, y'all. You want people saying your name in rooms you don't even know exist. And when that
Exactly.
happens, because you're doing good business, when that happens, business is so much easier. But she had to cultivate that relationship and she had to do good business. And Jeanna says she's 100% honest.
100% of the time.
And she is. People have stood up in our network and action meeting, said Jeanna looked over my policies and she told me to stay where I am. Who does that? So that's the kind of character you can find in your networking journey. So my next question, Jeanna, is what's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken in business?
Biggest drastic step I've ever taken in business.
And there's been a lot, by the way.
Yeah, there has been a
Let
lot.
me say this. I'll let her late. I'm going to run some things down to you. She had that issue, right? So that's one. She's a teen mom. And so there's drastic steps in everything there. She is also author. She wrote a story about her experience. I remember that because I was there with that. Yep. And so now that I've jogged your memory about your life, this is your life, lady. What's your answer?
Well, I would think the biggest drastic step is investing in my personal development. That is the biggest drastic step that I've taken in my career. I truly believe I was married with 4 kids and working full time and finished my master's degree. And so I truly believe personal development. You can only go so far with the knowledge that's in your head. If you want more, to do more, to impact more, to leave a legacy, you have to read books, you have to get educated, you have to have mentors and coaches. And is it scary letting go of that money? Absolutely. But I'm here to say, if you invest in yourself and you play full out, don't be scared. You can be scared, but still play full out. You're going to reap those rewards. And I'm going to say that's probably the biggest thing, because that's where I see a lot of business owners fail. I see a lot of entrepreneurs not reach their goals and aspirations, is because they're asking for help and they're asking for free help. You get what you pay for.
Say that again.
Yeah,
So
get what you pay for.
that's right, to go from free help to paid help. And but if you invest in yourself with the right person, sometimes it doesn't happen that the people pick the
Timing
right coach. But honestly, if you do the work, do the investment, do the work, it will show up in your business for sure. When I'm thanking you for investing with me as well. So tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So my website, Jeanna Bumpas, Jeanna, and Bumpas, Bumpas.com. 1S, JeannaBumpas.com. You can also reach me on Facebook, J Bumpas, Bumpas. You're going to see me there. And yeah, I'd love to connect. Set a 1-to-1. You can book an appointment and
there's an inside joke that I'm going to put on the outside. Okay. So Jeanna was a spotlight speaker at our NIA meeting, and my assistant spelled her name with 2 S's. So it was bump ass. She said, my name's Jeanna Bumpas, not bump ass. And I was like, everybody fell out. So now she says she's going to use it as her opener going forward. So there you go.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you a part of our network, part of our family, and now part of the Drastic Results coaching. This time next year, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it coming. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Jeanna. Yes, thank you, Jeanna, so much for all that you have done for me, being a friend, being a partner, being a shoulder to cry on. I just so appreciate you, and I love you.
You, Toni. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with my final thoughts. I want to thank my friend and client, Jeanna Bumpas, for showing up today and dropping nuggets on us. And when life is hard, when business is hard, that's when most people stop showing up. They go into isolation. And I'm telling you now, I mean, how NIA came into my life, I was at a place where I didn't know which way I was going to go, waiting for 2 job offers to come through. I too am unemployable and did not want to get a job, but I was in a place where I was confused and didn't know what to do. But I kept showing up. And I met Helen with Network in Action, and it changed the game, changed my life. So don't stop showing up even when it's hard. What a great interview. I can't wait to share my next guest with you. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you to watch this, share it, and then let me know if you want to be a guest. Drop me a DM on whatever platform you are watching this on. And I look forward to learning about who you are and what you do and how I can help you. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. And we'll see you next week.
Destiny